people joining us. Just silence.
Hello. Good afternoon on this gorgeous sunny afternoon. What day of lockdown are we on, Days?
I don't know, 45.
Another day of homeschooling for everybody.
I played Roblox with Charlie today.
Did you?
And Tess.
So today, when we get going, which we're not going to get going quite yet, we've got a few more minutes to let people join, we're going to do apple trees. So this is my downloadable that I've done. So I've got a sliced apple, we've got an apple tree, and we've got an apple core and some full apples. So you can just start to think about how you might like to do it.
Can I do something?
Yeah, of course you can. Can anyone guess what Daisy might be crunching? So yeah, if you want to start thinking before the class starts about your apple trees and different colours that you might like to do them. I'm going to go quite graphic-y, so I'm not going to go that true to what it is. Just make it a bit fun. Days before 5:15, before we start the art class, do you want to show your new hair? So Daisy has done a repeat using her post-it notes. So that we don't discuss it during the art class, I thought we should discuss it early.
Something crispy.
Yeah, something very crispy, correct. It's delicious.
Salt and vinegar crisps.
Ta-da! So anyway, we've got a minute more to think about it. So, whether you want to do turquoise apples, and then maybe do the whole thing in blues, or whether you want to do it
Good hair.
in a pink palette, or a purple palette, or an orange palette, or whether you want to do two colours together and just keep it to two simple colours, or whether you want to do it true. I'm definitely not going to do it true because I think it's such a stylised drawing. If you're doing it yourself, you could do a different shape.
Go that one.
That's what I'm going to do. So this stylised tree is like a love heart. So you could exaggerate that or make it more apple shaped. Or you could say it's apple shaped.
We still got another minute.
Yeah, we have. Oh, it's quarter past now. Okay, so I'm going to get going now. So there's the downloadable for those that are working from there. And I'm going to pass that to Daisy, who's just going to be doing all the shout outs today. And I'm going to get going. And I'm going to do, rather than the cut up apple, I'm going to do I'm going to do 3 apple trees. So I'm drawing my line, getting that in there. And I'm going to get just some vague shapes onto the page so it fills the page. So with nice soft pencil, I'm going to get those on. And then I'm going to put their trunks on. And then, oh look, that one's a bit taller, that's fine. And then I could make it shorter if I wanted by just moving my circle down the page.
Competition.
Yay!
But we know who won it.
Oh, did you not see my Instagram stories? Can you remember who won it, Days?
No. You didn't.
I did say who won it.
On your Instagram.
Yeah, on my Instagram. So now I'm just getting the lines of the tree. Oh my goodness. I promised there was a winner.
Didn't.
Oh my goodness. It was Dupe Thorpe.
No.
You know that one?
Yeah.
For her beautiful blossom. She did the most amazing blossom.
I won. We won.
Yay. So is that someone asking what we're doing? So there's the downloadables. There we go. So yeah, and now I'm doing, so that was more of a love heart shape, and I'm going to do more of an apple shape. So the other one was love heart, stroke, apple, half an apple cut in half. So there's your other one that I did on my downloadables. I just draw it on here for you to get to see. There. So it's almost like a
I'm doing
wallpaper
like an
thing.
ASMR.
And then I'm going to put in a line like that. And then I'm going to get these lines. So yes, the Beautiful Blossom won the competition last week. And we are going to do it. We asked everybody, we voted with showing the artwork, whether people wanted to see it on a tote bag or on something else. What was the other thing, Daisy? Can you remember? I'm not sure you even saw me posting it.
Can you please stop eating so loudly? Because it's not very relaxing.
Oh, sorry.
Nice crunchy crisp Daisy.
Well, you'll be glad to hear Daisy.
Did laughing emojis there.
You'll be glad to hear Daisy's finished her little bowl of crisps.
I need more though.
So let's just wait till after the class. Yeah, because we need it to be relaxing, don't we? Because it's all about relaxing. So now we're just getting the little apples.
How do we watch the other videos again?
You go to YouTube.
Our Wednesday downloadables are Joy and 3 Owls.
No, that was last Wednesday.
Oh. That's annoying. It means you're going to have to print it out again.
Yeah. It's on the website now. On Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, we've downloaded the next week's, so they're ready for Monday. So I almost feel like these apples that I've done are actually too big. So when I do the pencil, I'm going to just go a bit smaller. And then do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some leaves around the outside.
Is Sophie on? Mama?
Don't know.
Hi, Tracy.
Ooh. All I can hear is barking in the background. Some very unfriendly
Can I go
dogs.
find Inky?
No, just let's concentrate on what we're doing here. So we're just getting some nice lines and
Oh,
trying to make it lovely and symmetrical.
Sorry, I blame the hubby. He did the painting. Yes. Hi, Daisy.
So I'm just getting trying to get the two levels either side. So I'm doing one and then the other, and just really
apple tree closer.
Watching. So there we go. So there's my first apple tree. So the pencil marks that I've done are really light. So I'm showing it up close so you can really see it, and it looks much heavier. But I will then choose the line that I want to follow using my pen. So there's quite a few marks on there. And this one, I'm going to do very similar tree, but slightly different because every tree is very different.
Why have you put all of mine up here?
I put all your artwork up on the wall, haven't I?
Yeah, but I love your dog. We have a Labrador too.
Oh, you can't
I
love a
want to
Labrador.
go get her. But Mummy isn't letting me.
So, get the apples onto the tree here. So that's a nicer size. I much prefer the size of those apples. So I'm going to go with that apple size on here. And then one last apple tree. Hold on, Dave. So Daisy's had PE this afternoon at school.
I know what I'm going to do.
Her favourite thing of all time. So okay, in this tree I'm going to bring the trunk in even closer. Like that. Maybe go on the outside just so it's not quite so skinny. I could see this working really nicely on the top of a card. So we've got all our apple trees in place now, and I'm just going to mark where I want the apples to go with little circles to start with. Just with nice soft pencil marks. There we go. And then put their little stalks on, and then just
School
make the shapes
School
better.
underscore run underscore mum joined. School run mum.
What's these? Right, so there's my pencil mark. So
Shout
now I'm
out
going
to Josie and Maisie.
Oh, hello Josie and Maisie. So we're just gonna I'm gonna start by putting the apples on, and I'm gonna choose, they're all gonna be slightly different obviously. Okay, and now we go from the top here. A nice firm lines, but holding the pen. Ooh, Dace, try not to jog the table, sweetheart.
Oopsie.
Okay. Can you just stop a sec just while I do these lines?
No, I don't.
You do it gently. Okay, so.
Oopsie.
Are you alright, Daisy? Daisy's quietly choking, or maybe it's not quiet. So I'm now going to move the paper around to make it an angle that works for me. And bring those lines into
Me and my girls
there.
underscore my girls joined.
Oh. Okay, so, and now what I'm going to try and do...
Can I do it?
Yeah, go for it. What I'm going to try and do is get the other line the same. So I'm going to kind of improve my pencil line. And I'm just doing one line at the moment.
There's always more on Saturday just because it's the weekend and more people are available.
Yeah.
Because there isn't much to do on the weekend. Because it's quarantine.
Okay, and then I'm just going to go down, holding. I'm not loving my IKEA table today. I think I need to look at my feet and check that because they're being seriously wobbly.
They've been like that for ages.
Oh, they seem to be getting worse, don't they? So I just got those lines in.
Wouldn't miss a class for the world, love it.
Oh.
Are you good, Daisy? That was when I was tweaking.
So just trying to not get hot and bothered. Just keep a nice gentle line going.
1, 2, 3.
You had art at school today as well, didn't you? Went back to doing what you'd done last week.
And got mad at myself because it was terrible.
It wasn't. And so I'm doing these ones with more confidence than the first lot. No, it's like a...
Sorry, I keep on forgetting and I'm just trying to...
It's really tricky, isn't it? Okay, so I'm just moving my paper, which is annoying for you guys, but it just so that it's an angle that works for my... That's it.
Hello, joined.
Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. And then get this last... So we're going for a really graphic look here. It's going to be really bold and simple and effective. And you can often try and do too much. So just keeping it really simple. So I'm not, it's almost going to be like a block print.
I'm not moving the table and I'm scribbling.
So now, okay, so we'll go on to the third tree now. Getting more confident with our lines as we go. So there's the 3.
I have got some highlighter on your desk.
Don't worry, that will come off. So just trying to hold your pen as lightly but with purpose, and let your hand slide across the paper. That's it. And you have a nice relaxing, and all the way down. And all the way down. There we go. And now we pop the little apples on, and then I'm going to go back and do some leaves around the outside.
I keep on forgetting.
Days, you carry on. You're being lovely and creative. It's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna notch you.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind now. I've done those main trees. So I'm now going to do what I've done in pencil around there for them all.
One more thing.
And then what I'll do is, like I've done on the downloadables, I've got some apples on the floor, and I could have some half apples and some half eaten ones, but I think I'm just going to keep it simple and not. But with those people that are doing the downloadables, with those 2, I would do exactly the same. I would start with your tree, and then whatever you've done with your tree, you can do whatever you like, but if it was me doing it...
Serrano joint.
Hello, Octavia.
I don't want to say Octavia.
No.
I can't.
If you're doing the downloadable, you could always use the same colourway that you do for your tree.
I'm gonna
And that
put
would
this
keep
on
it really simple
this side
and
by
would
my
work really
desk.
well for the graphics. That's a good idea, Dave. I love that. Okay.
Because I'm gonna do something. You'll see. Like, I wouldn't just put it on my desk.
My
Okay.
studio at this time of day, I've got the sun, I've got the door open, I've got the sun on my back. It's absolutely gorgeous. I know lots of you are in your gardens painting, which is so nice. We did our first one in the garden, but
It was too windy.
it's windy and it's hard to get the angle because this table is actually a drawing table, so it's better in terms of the photography and you guys being able to see what we're doing. It's a shame. Okay, so look, there's 2, and I'm just going to do the last tree. Just add some leaves.
Yeah, move the water.
Daisy, you're being so creative. It's brilliant. Just try and do it gently. So
Every time you take your pen off the paper, I just go...
You don't
So I
worry.
can try to... We are in the garden. It's very sunny.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
My iPad, during games, well, PE, it got too hot, so I had to go inside and put it in the fridge so it could cool down. And then I missed like the first 3 minutes. It's quite funny though.
It is quite funny. You guys are going to be the experts of technology and how it all works, aren't you? Unlike me. There we go. Okay, so I think we could do with a couple more apples. Oh no, I'm going to do some repetitive pattern of what the leaves I've done on the outside, inside.
Oh, let's see, Daisy.
Daisy's doing crazy psychedelic to go with her crazy hair.
No, that colour goes with my crazy hair.
I think you should
You
wait
can
till
dye your hair with highlighters as well.
Oh yeah, we tried that once, didn't we? It wasn't so... Oh no, you did it with pens. Anyway, we've promised that we're going to focus on art today.
Oh,
We'll do... So...
look, this came undone.
So there we go, tree number 1 complete. I think that's rather pretty.
This came undone.
Maybe just put a couple of leaves
Ah,
down there.
can't get it on.
Can't help but just do a little bit more. And now we'll do this tree number 2. Just put a few leaves.
Ow. Scratch my back. Ow. Got it. so silent.
It's so nice, isn't it? It's peaceful. Can you hear the birds singing?
Yeah, but we've got nothing to talk about and I feel like it's a bit boring.
No, we're concentrating, aren't we? On getting our marks on the paper. It's definitely not boring. It's very relaxing. And it's good for you. Do you remember that article I showed? I shared it on my story saying how 45 minutes of calm.
Now
going to get rid of.
Rub really hard.
Now you can go for it, Daisy. Right, so I'm not going to take all my pencil markings off, but I'm just going to get rid of just a few of them. And now I'm going to just put.
You know, Tess.
Yeah.
She went on a walk today with her granny.
Oh, that's nice.
They're staying 2 meters away though. It's just because it's 2 years today since her
Daddy passed away. Her husband. Her husband, yeah. So there we go. There's my apples, and I might just put one that side as well.
I'm nearly done, Mum. Can you just wait?
Yeah, I can.
Whoa.
Okay, so I'm now going to think about what colours I want to do this, and I'm going to do either going to do pink and red or orange and red. Or am I just going to do one colour? I'm going to do orange and red.
The opposite of what I said.
You said pink and red. Okay, I'll go with your idea. I think that's great. So I'm going to do pink apples and red Korean leaves. Why don't I do pink apples on this one with red? So it's all, so actually I'm going to go to doing my little palette here next on the page of the colours that I think, just so that I can check that I'm happy with what I've done. And then once I've done that, I'm just thinking whether I might alternate the way round I do it. Oh, my pen's gone to sleep. There we go.
I don't know if Ella's still on. Oopsie, that's gone in the bin. I'll get that out later.
Okay, so I'm going to go and get my water, my nice clean water, and pop that down here so it's nice and close to my page. And I'm going to use as bright colours as I can use, and I'm going to start on this one.
No.
And I'm going to do, it's quite nice because I'm not going to have to wait for anything to dry today because they're all going to be separate. So there's my...
That sounded really odd how you said it.
Didn't it? So I'm going to get my apples pink with lots and lots of water on the page. And then, oh, I love that colour. And then I'm going to go for a really vibrant red. I'm going to go for this one because that one's rather empty. So I can bring my palette right close.
I just wrote V, and it's supposed to be pink.
Nice steady hand.
Can I have your rubber?
Use it like a pencil, your paintbrush. Of course you can. Which one? I seem to have stolen both of them. Okay, a nice steady hand. So normally I would say start with the light colours.
Sorry.
You don't need to say sorry, sweetheart. You're rubbing out. Have you finished rubbing?
Yeah.
Well done. There we go. So it's quite nice the way that's not taken the whole... I haven't filled it all in. I quite like the simplicity of the lines.
For some reason.
Oh. There we go. And then I'm thinking my next apple tree, I'm going to alternate and do it the other way round.
Oh my God. Why am I moving this table so much?
It's not you, it's the table. You're allowed to rub, Days.
Can anyone guess what quote I'm doing?
Oh, is it a positive quote?
Oh, yeah. If you can...
Okay, go back, show.
This is the beginning.
This is Daisy's artwork so far.
There is so far.
And she's written
T-H-I.
What's Daisy gonna write? Ooh. So whilst she's doing that, I'm filling in my,
Hello.
doing my leaves.
Oh, my bubble comes from me. I put a snake in the tree.
Oh my goodness me, that's crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's the end of the class, please.
Why are you licking the chair, Inga?
Do you think,
You
she, needs
just
some,
licked
do you
your
think she
chair.
needs some water?
So I'll go back and for my bubble.
There's a bowl just there.
I know, that's what I'm getting.
Well done. So I'm just filling in the marks, not worrying about going over the lines, making sure there's lots of water in the paint. Keep dipping it both. I'm almost just like doing a marking. Okay, so that's my tree number 1. And now I'm going to swap it round and I'm going to do red apples. Did she want some? Oh. Now we're going to get red apples. So lovely, delicate,
Wants it from my finger,
but really simple straight lines and simple colours. I love the idea of a snake in the tree. That's brilliant. What?
And a worm in one apple.
That's brilliant.
This is Nessie.
I'm
happy
thinking-
thoughts.
I'm
No,
thinking.
that's not right.
Oh, that's a lovely one though, Days. That would be lovely.
It's something like that though.
Oh,
The
brilliant.
first word is right.
Think. I love that. So there we go. There's my red apples, and now I'm going to go pink again. It's actually quite, at the moment, to me, it looks like it's quite subtle, the difference between the two colours. But actually, they're massively moving my paint pot, my water pot, to this side. So I'm just going to move that so it's in view. And now, so making sure there's enough water and enough paint on the paintbrush before you start, and then believing in the line that you go for, and then you can make a lovely line. And just whether it's you start there or there, it doesn't matter, you just, whichever way is easier, because there is definitely an easier way, whether your brain, whichever way, or your arm wants to go. You can always move the page as well
Bright
to
thoughts.
help.
Think bright thoughts. No. It's only 2 words.
Ooh. So I'm now holding my water just so that it's nice and close to the page. Oh,
Did I just knock it? We've spent 30 minutes.
okay. I stupidly set a timer on my Instagram to not let me spend more than half an hour on Instagram a day, but I was forgetting that my class is half an hour.
Think positive, yeah.
Yay! That's the best thing. If you're positive, you're happy, aren't you?
Yep. It's literally the only, it's the first quote that comes into my mind ever.
That's lovely.
Inka!
Okay. Do you reckon we should try and challenge your brothers, Daisy, to do one art class? Join us before
They
lockdown
won't.
finishes.
They definitely will.
You definitely don't think they will?
Pause it.
I think people might think that they don't exist. There we go. So which do we prefer? Do we prefer the... Oh, look, you can't actually see because of the sunlight. I'm going to have to shut that door. Do we prefer that... You can hardly see the difference. Do we prefer the red tree with the pink apples or
Just
the pink
keep it open.
tree?
You can cover it.
I'm just going to
Look,
go like
you
that.
can cover it.
No. So, oh, Amy, do you want to come in? No. I'll just shut the door because I couldn't see.
Do, do, do.
Right.
Happiness and more. Think colourful.
Think colourful, yay. I'm going to go back to the red just so that I've got,
Also,
because the trees are so symmetrical, I'm thinking I want to keep this symmetrical as well. So I'm now going to go back to the red one. It's actually a really subtle difference. I'm amazed. I was wanting it to be really clashy.
oops.
I guess. Oh, Daisy's off with her rubber again. That's brilliant bubble writing, Days. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so I've got my nice red lines. That's the hardest bit, but it's just, and it really doesn't matter if you don't get it right. Like, I'm almost purposefully getting that wrong to prove that it really doesn't matter.
2 minutes.
What?
You haven't even started. Oh my god. You always take so long, but that's a good thing. Oh my god. It goes so fast.
It goes so fast. But I think we've learned a lot, actually, and done a lot. I mean, this is a real graphic design art class today. I don't know if everyone else has enjoyed it, but I've absolutely loved it. And I think that this is a really beautiful piece of artwork that I can actually use on my stationery. Oh, and as of today, I know that the mugs are live to be able to put your artwork onto, and I know that there are other products that are live. So you can go onto our website, onto art classes, and you can see, you can download your artwork. It is live and ready to go. So that is super exciting. And yeah, well done to our winner last week. Who's going to be it this week? Oh my goodness me, I saw the most beautiful artwork. Okay, so I'm now going to put the last finishing touches on here before we say goodbye.
Well, I'm finishing mine. I just need to colour in all of the letters.
There we go. There's mine finished. Ta-da! And whilst Daisy's finishing hers off, I'm going to do friends. Daisy and me are friends forever.
Not friends.
Best friends. Oh,
Like I say all the time.
okay. So just whilst Daisy is finishing off, how close to finishing off are you? Because we're actually run out of time, Days.
Will we?
Yeah, it's time.
Oh,
Time's
no,
up.
it's the end.
I can't believe
Brilliant
it.
class, as always.
Oh, we've loved it.
Loved it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you tell your friends about it. I'm also thinking of doing a live class with a friend to do, so I will teach you how to do art and they will teach you how to do something else that will combine the two together and have two people on the live. So if you've got, so I'm thinking, I don't want to mention who I'm thinking because I haven't actually heard back from them yet. But if anyone's got any other ideas of people that friends that they might have who have got a skill that might combine with me, that we could do a live together. So they might
like
be
a
collab, exactly. That
goes
I paint their skill and then they do their skill. So whether it's needlework or... Okay, we ready to see Daisy's? Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we've got friends and we've got apple trees and Thank you, guys. We'll see you on Saturday morning at 10:30. Have a great rest of your weeks. Thanks for joining us.